Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hannah. I post weekly videos on all things fashion and beauty related that are also vegan and cruelty free. So if you like what you see and you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out and I would love to have you be a part of my family. So today I wanted to do a Try It Out Tuesday and test out a new foundation for you guys. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. And I have heard a lot about this and I wanted to give it a try and let you guys know my thoughts on it. So it is vegan and Physicians Formula is cruelty free, so that's amazing. It's also found at your drugstore, which I think is awesome. I love that there are vegan and cruelty free options at the drugstore that everybody around the country can buy, and that makes me so happy. So it depends on where you get it, but this one retails for around $13, which I think is very reasonable. It's a little bit more expensive than some other drugstore brands, but I expect that from Physicians Formula. They are kind of a little bit of a higher end drugstore brand. So it says it's for all skin types. It has SPF 20 in it and it has a brightening complex in it. I looked it up online and it says that it also has an added boost of vitamins A, C, and E to provide a flawless healthy coverage. Key ingredients: brightening complex, hyaluronic acid, vitamin A, C, and E, protective SPF. I got the color LW2. The downside I always talk about buying foundation from the drugstore is that you can't try it out ahead of time, so you kind of have to guess. But what I'll do is, if I remember to, I didn't this time, but if I remember to, bring a foundation that is in the shade that I normally wear and that I like for my skin tone, and I'll compare them against each other. It's not 100% effective because sometimes colors do oxidize, but that's the best method I found. And if I don't bring it, then I will hold it up to my face and try to find the closest match. And then I'll also compare it against my hand or my arm, which is not always super accurate because a lot of times our skin on our body is a different color than the skin on our face. You know, you do the best that you can. So anyways, I'm going to try this out with you guys and then I'm going to wear it throughout the day. I will check back in with you at the end and let you know my final thoughts. I think that's super important for you guys to know how it wears throughout the day. So if you want to see that, then keep on watching. Okay, so as you can see, my face is very red right now, and that is because I've been dealing with acne flare-ups and breakouts for the past 2 or 3 months now, and I've been trying a bunch of different things to try to cure it. It's pretty much always in this state of redness when I'm not wearing makeup, but I think that's a good thing because I think we'll get to see just how well this covers, if it is going to cover the redness at all. I'm not going to do any color correcting, which is something that I normally do when I have this redness going on, but because I want to see how well the foundation covers, I'm not going to do that. Also, this has SPF already in it, which I think is so cool, but lately I've been using a sunscreen as a primer instead of an actual primer, and the sunscreen that I've been using is the Coola Face Sunscreen. This is the Cucumber Matte Finish, and I really, really like this because of the matte finish. It just kind of smooths out all my pores and provides a really nice base for foundation. If you're looking for a good sunscreen, I really, really like this one, especially if you like that kind of like matte poreless look. This will definitely give you that. But because it has sunscreen, I'm going to try it out with the Faced Hangover Rx, which is another good favorite of mine. This, as opposed to this, is a lot more hydrating, which I think is gonna be better for my skin today anyways. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a few pumps on. I'm gonna do half my face with the brush and half my face with the Beauty Blender. That way, if you prefer one of these over the other, I can give you my feedback on them and you can see if this foundation is gonna work well. The applicator looks pretty much exactly like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer Applicator. It's a very fat doe foot applicator, and that is very interesting. I don't think that I have any foundations that have an applicator like this. So I'm just going to put some dots on my face and blend it in. Okay, we'll start with less and then work our way up. So I'm gonna use the brush on this side. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I definitely think that helped with the redness a little bit. But it is not full coverage. I can definitely still see some blemishes peeking through, so let me try and add another layer and see if that gets us anywhere. I don't know how I feel about this applicator for sanitary purposes, having to put it directly on the skin. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I don't really mind it with concealer because I never break out underneath my eyes, but for my face, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that did build up a little bit. So definitely not full coverage at all, but you know, I don't think that that is the concept with this foundation. I think it's just meant to be a very natural look. So I feel like we have definitely achieved that. I do feel like it helped with the redness, which I really like. And it feels very light on the skin, which is nice because it actually feels like I'm not wearing anything at all. Like this side of my face feels the same as this side. So if you're looking for something very lightweight, I think you're gonna like this. So let's go ahead and try the other side with the Beauty Blender and see if that makes a difference at all. Okay, so off the bat, I really like the way this looks on the skin. I feel like it has a very healthy, kind of glowy look to it. And it feels very lightweight on the skin, which is really nice. There are days where I don't want to put on a full face of makeup, but I want to have some nice even coverage, and I think that this really did that. I'm surprised at how well it covered the redness without having any color correcting, but that being said, it's still definitely not full coverage whatsoever. So if you are in need of a full coverage foundation, this might not be the best one to pick up just yet. I think that when my skin clears up, this is one that I'll probably reach for a lot when I don't need as much coverage. But right now, because I do need the coverage, I probably won't be reaching for this one as much. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and carry on throughout my day, and I will check back in with you guys in a few hours and let you know my thoughts on it and let you know how it's been wearing throughout the day. Stay tuned. Hello, it is now nighttime, as you can see from the lighting. It has been about 6 hours now since I put on the foundation, and I wanted to check in with you guys and let you know how it's wearing. So first thing is that I did mattify it in the morning with powder. I do that with every single foundation that I use, and it has started to become a little bit more oily as the day has gone on. This is definitely one of those foundations that you would, if you're oily skin or your combination skin like me, you would definitely want to powder in the middle of the day. So if that's a turn off for you, then you might not like this. But I really do like the dewy finish on this. Right now it's a little bit too much to where it's looking oily, but when I first put it on and like a few hours in, it had this really nice like dewy finish to it that I really liked. I really like this foundation. I'm pleasantly surprised. I feel like it has worn throughout the day really well. It hasn't really come off. I've eaten now with it on. It settled a little bit into some of my lines, but not as bad as some of my other foundations, which I found to be very interesting. I think it's because it's such a lightweight foundation that is why it did that. I would say if you're considering trying this out and you have dry skin that is pretty clear, you will definitely like this. Like I said, it's not full coverage, but I am really actually very surprised at how good it looks with my current skin situation, which is far from ideal. I'll probably continue to use this. Those are my thoughts, and I will show you guys, I will zoom you in and show you closer up what the foundation looks like after 6 hours of wear. And that's gonna do it for today's Try It Out Tuesday. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this foundation and what your thoughts are. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.